It's the Community Corner with KevyKev, and we are excited because we're back for another show again. All right, blessed to do another one. Thank you so much for being with us and being in the house with us, Facebook fam. Glad to have you down with us as always, and our crew as well on all social media. I tell you what, terrific show coming up today. We're going to be talking about some grilling, some food, some good stuff, some call it fellowship in the community. We've got that coming up as we're going to talk to our great friend, and I mean great because he is just a long-time friend. We go way, way, way back, as the drop used to say, way back, okay? So we're going to get a chance to talk to, oh man, my brother and friend, Mr. James Clark, who is the Vice President of Public Safety and Community Response with the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. James, man, it is always an honor and a pleasure to have you in the house. How you doing?
Oh, Kevy, I am doing good, man. It's always good to be in your company. Like you said, we have the history of service together.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
I'm honored that we've been able to maintain our friendship over the years.
Man,
that means a lot.
James. Absolutely. Same here. Absolutely, James. And, of course, you with the Urban League and, of course, Mike McMillan, the CEO, and all your staff, y'all do a tremendous job. This is an outstanding job. And you just recently kicked off another year of Grill to Glory. And James, first of all, how many years this is now for Grill to Glory in St. Louis?
This is the fifth year, Kevy, and, let me just go back. I also want to commend Mike McMillan, who he and I go back to the Magic Runaway
Yes,
Peer
sir.
Panel and Better Family Life.
Yeah. And just so you know, I don't want to cut you. I saw your great friend Robin Boyce.
Yeah,
When she
yeah.
had you and Mike with the peer panel at Magic. Hey, you guys were teenagers.
Yeah, I had just come home from the Army. I was about 22.
Okay.
Mike had just graduated from high school. He and Etafia Umana, Jermaine Johnson. And so we were blessed to have Robin take us under her tutelage. And then when we got to the point where she understood that we needed more nurturing, then she asked us to attend the Better Family Life meeting. And Mike and I joined, had a dynamic group of young people around us, Nicole Colbert-Botchway, who is now a judge. And so it was a very nurturing environment. Then, of course, I worked for Better Family Life for over 33 years.
Wow, was it that many years?
Yeah.
33? Wow.
See, it's a lot to be said about continuity and commitment. Too often in the African-American community, we look for a reason to leave. And people are actually surprised that I left Better Family Life under pleasant, harmonious conditions. There was no rift between me and the Ahmeds.
Yes.
I just felt as though God said, James, it's time for you to take on the next challenge. And I have your brother perched there in Mike, and we've had a great relationship. So I'm with the Urban League now, loving it.
Yes.
Looking at what the community really needs. And Mike has given me the ability to build. That's one thing that I appreciated about Malik, is that he gave me the latitude to build. And one of the things that is fundamental when you look at the conditions of African Americans is the need to get resources to families in the neighborhood. That doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's something that I understood, and that's where I began to do my work. How do we resource families? They asked Wayne Gretzky, how did you become one of the greatest hockey players ever? You aren't the biggest, you aren't the strongest, you aren't the fastest, but Wayne, you are one of the best ever. And he said, everybody skated to where the puck was. I skated to where I knew the puck was going to go. And so, Kevy, when you look at this, I knew that social service had to hearken back to the neighborhood. I knew that you can't talk about crime and violence and not talk about stabilizing the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's where I put my flag, and we have made some very real progress in fostering that belief. And now social service organizations, the corporate community, and others are beginning to say, you know what, that makes sense. So our lens is what we call the NPL, neighborhood. Are our programs active in the neighborhoods that need the help?
Okay.
The P is for front porch.
Okay.
Do we have individuals who are standing on the front porch delivering information and really getting from neighborhood residents what they need?
Okay.
The L stands for living room.
Okay.
Do we understand the mentality, and are we able to touch the living room, and is our information being discussed in the living room?
Okay.
So that lens is now being looked at as the most progressive perspective moving forward. We have got to resource the neighborhoods. We have to. Law enforcement has a role. Our elected officials have a role, but we think that we've got to be able to invigorate the neighborhood. We've got to have neighborhood participation. We've got to have efforts that go straight to the neighborhood, straight to the families in need. And, we have had a great deal of success with that.
Yes, you have.
Now we're looking at how do we expand it and how do we build on it. But that's the whole premise: neighborhood, front porch, living room.
And that's at the NPL.
The NPL.
All right. And so 5 years of Grill to Glory now with the Urban League, and tell everybody how it works, how Grill to Glory works, what it's all about.
I wish, Kevy, that I can say that we had this master plan and this came of it. It was our efforts towards opioid triage, where we had a crack cocaine problem that then became a heroin problem. Now fentanyl is ravishing neighborhoods. So we started doing triage, and we had a lot of success in it. So then we meet with the pastors monthly, and we said, all right, pastors, if your church is in an open air drug market, we want to support your efforts to triage those that are addicted to drugs. So we began to work with the pastors, gave them a grill, gave them toiletries, got with organizations like CHIPS that came out and did health screenings, passed out Narcan. One church, Leonard Baptist, said, Mr. Clark, we can't do it Monday through Friday, but we can do it on Saturday. And I said, Deacon Watson, we will commission Leonard Baptist to do it on a Saturday. And he did it the first Saturday. Kevin, he did it the second Saturday. He called me on the third Saturday and said, Mr. Clark, you've got to come by here. And you got to see how strong this effort is. So I go, and Kevin, they must have had about 25, 30 people on the church grounds fellowshipping.
Wow.
They were giving them hot dogs. They had a boom box going on. They had a snow cone machine. And about 2 weeks later, we had our regular pastor meeting, and Deacon Watson got up, and he gave the report. He said, we couldn't stop doing this now if we wanted to. The people in the neighborhood have come to expect us to be out there. So then another pastor said, we'll do it. And another pastor said, we'll do it. And then one of the pastors said, we got to come up with a name for this. About 25 pastors there, and one of them said, we are grilling for the glory of God. And we said, Grill to Glory. That was it. And Kevy, it went from 22 churches to 65 churches to 112 churches. Last year we had over 250 churches. Now we're right at about 300 churches in St. Louis City, St. Louis County, East St. Louis. Like I said, I just came back from Memphis. We've been to Memphis 3 times. We've been to Kansas City 5 times. Kansas City had 35 churches last year. They're at about 75 churches so far this year. Wow. Nashville is ready. Indianapolis is ready. I was on the phone with Little Rock, Arkansas earlier today. We are working with some strong sponsors and some strong partners. And we're saying to the neighborhood church, set the grill up in front of your church every Saturday. Mm-hmm. The tagline is every church, every Saturday. Yes. Not the first and the third, the second and the fourth. Every Saturday. And it's not from 11 to 5 or from 11 to 3. We're saying set it up at 11 o'clock, break it down at 1 o'clock. You will touch so many people in that short span that you'll be able to reinvigorate your church and make your church a part of the neighborhood. See, right now, you got a church on every other corner, but they're not active with the families that live in the neighborhood. So we're very intentional with the Grill to Glory movement, Kevy. It's taken off, and now we're looking at what other resources can we bring through the neighborhood church. So we're going to do job fairs at the neighborhood church, not for all of St. Louis, but just for the people that live in the neighborhood. We are going to do amnesty programs. If you have an outstanding warrant, go to one of these 5 neighborhood churches, and we'll have lawyers that will help you get your warrants lifted. Just like with Pleasant Green. Pleasant Green, your church, Kevy, and I'm going to ask you to give a testimony. But your church started with the Grill to Glory model, and then we received a grant to do vaccines. Let's take this effort to the neighborhood church. So we are doing them at Pleasant Green in North City. We are doing it out at Greater St. Mark's Church out in North County. So we believe that we got to be very intentional on resourcing the neighborhood church for families that need help the most. And it is taken off, and we are very excited about the future because right now we're witnessing our own demise. And so many institutions are really leaning in, and they're doing their best, but they're coming up short.
You always say something, and I know we're running short on time, but you always make the point. You say, we can't depend on the politicians. You said, we can't depend on the police department. And you have put it back, you and the Urban League said, it's the church. That's what you've said. We have got to invite the church to be an active participant in the neighborhood in which the church is located. It's all, see, you can't turn St. Louis around with an economic development plan of brick and mortar. I love the economic development plan. So I love the foundry, and I love the armory, and I love the soccer stadium, but that's not where you plant your foot to pivot. You got to plant your foot in the neighborhood. As goes the neighborhoods, so goes St. Louis. When you look at the young people congregating downtown, they don't come from downtown. They come from a neighborhood. And we've got to fortify the neighborhood. Kev, you know how it was, man. Yes, sir. We got to take a break, but I want to come back and wrap it up with you because I want you to tell give out the information on how the churches can get involved because you're still looking for churches. So we want to get that in, and then we're going to get a chance to talk about the community neighborhood. We get a chance to talk with some outstanding young builders, entrepreneurs with DreamBuilders for Equity.
I'm ready to wrap it up so they can get their shine.
We're going to get them in here.
We need them. I'm ready to wrap this up.
Right. They doing it.
It's their turn. Hey, bro, it's y'all turn.
It's their turn.
I'll say it publicly. We need young people to step up. The sun is at my back. It's staring y'all right in the face.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to come back with DreamBuilders for Equity. Again, so then if a church wants to get involved with Grill to Glory, how do they get involved? What do they do?
They can call Miss Michelle Langston, area code 314-337-3683, 314-337-3683. And we will provide you with the starter kit that consists of a brand new grill, the hot dogs, the buns, the banners, the yard signs. And the vision is every church, every Saturday. Just think what a spectacle it'll be and the impact that it'll have on the psyche in our community to see every church active every Saturday morning from 11 to 1.
Awesome. All right. James Clark, thank you so much.
I'm giving y'all the rest of my time.
Right.
But let me just say this. I want to commend you for what you are embarking on.
This is the
when
crew.
You look at the African-American community, that's one of our biggest deficits. We do not understand money. We do not understand credit score. We do not understand equity. We understand flossing and fashion and fronting like we got money. But y'all the truth.
They the truth, yep. It's DreamBuilders for Equity, yep.
Yeah.
And they coming up. All right, this is the James. Thanks so much again.
Anytime. Give me the rest of my time.
This is it. All right, this is the Community Corner with KevyKev. We taking a time out, and we coming right back.
Do your thing, man. We need y'all, bro. Stay on it.
All right. Thank you all. Okay, James, thanks. Come on in, y'all. Grab a seat. Grab a seat.
Y'all the leaders.
Yes, they are. Uh-oh.
About 300.
300.
Yeah, about 300, close to about 315. Sister, stay on this.
All right.
Big boss vet. Big boss vet is one thing, right? But you a leader too.
Absolutely.
Lead. Yeah.
All right.
I get so excited when I see them, Kevy.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, man.
Leaders.
Yep.
Leaders lead.
That's it.
Even if nobody is following them, leaders lead.
Oh, we still on the Facebook. Oh, I'm sorry, Facebook crew. Okay, we can't get the other number. Okay, we'll make it work. Brother Colin? Yeah. Okay, man, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. All right. What's up? How you doing? You been doing all right? Brother Colin? Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for bringing the crew, man. You was able to get them. I knew you was getting off. I didn't know if you had time to get everybody together.
Just got off from working today until about 4 o'clock.
Man, this is outstanding, man. I love what y'all do, man. This is great. Well, I tell you what, I just want to make sure I get everybody's name right and everything. And so we'll get this right, get y'all right in here. Appreciate y'all. I know y'all just got off work and everything, so you know, I appreciate y'all so much. Let me see. All right. Get this right. Okay. All right. So we got this together. So we got Gerald right here.
Yes, sir.
Gerald Burton Jr.
Yes, sir.
All right. I got that. Yep. Got that right there. Yes, sir. All right. And who we have right here?
Andrew Walker. Yes, sir.
Andrew Walker. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do a mic check on you right there. Talking about me. Oh, it's me. I'm sorry, Andrew. It's me. That's not getting the sound in. I thought you were telling Andrew. Okay. And then also we have. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. And you are
India.
India. India, your last name?
Carson.
Parson. Okay. Okay. So we got Gerald, Andrew, and India. Okay. So we're doing okay with the mic sharing there too, Ed? We're okay? We're okay with that? We're good to go? We're good? Yeah, that's the main thing. That's oh yeah, you were timing that for me? You saw the time there? Okay, yeah, that's.
So if you do a 20, you can cut it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. I got him. I'll make sure we'll get him. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, no, I'll make sure we get him. I'll make sure we get him. We're good. Okay.
Nobody but top.
Okay. So Colin, I know now Michael Woods. He's like the creator, right?
Yeah.
He's president, CEO, and everything. Okay. Okay. Anything with construction. Number 3. Oh, let me get 3 live. I'm sorry. That's on me. Okay, let's try it now. We should be good now.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
You got them now? Okay. So everything is good, but we don't have 2 up then, right? We don't have. You're on 2. So we got. Okay. So Gerald's mic is good. He's good.
Check.
You getting some? 4.
Check.
Yeah, I'm like. So this must be Gerald here. Gerald must be on 5 then, right? Okay. You got Gerald now, and then you got Andrew.
Yup.
Andrew, you have India, okay, and then you've got okay, and then you got Colin. Right
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so we're good now. Okay, so yeah, this is a 20. We got it right. it's
whatever you need.
Yeah, I just let it roll. Yeah, I just want to tell you, it's like a 20-minute segment, and we're just gonna talk about DreamBuilders for equity. I've read about you and listened to y'all. Y'all, man, I mean, wow, gosh. Okay, let me get to y'all. Got so much going on. Tell you. All right, Ed. So Facebook fam is with us. The YouTube fam is with us. We good to go. Okay. He keeps me on point.
I know.
Y'all can see how I got to get to messing
Good,
up
you
here.
good.
Okay.
You on point.
Okay. So, okay. All right, Ed. So I'm ready when you're ready. And the crew is ready. They ready.
We ready.
Are we ready? Okay. All right. I guess I just need to get this. I guess it would help if I did this, right? This always help. Always helps to record it, doesn't it? All right, here we go. You ready? I'm going to go and roll it. Okay. All right, y'all, here we go. Welcome back to the Community Corner with KevyKev. Again, big shout out and big thanks to James Clark with the Metropolitan Urban League of St. Louis and Grill to Glory. They are doing some terrific things with that. Again, that phone number, churches, organizations interested in becoming part of Grill to Glory, they can, of course, join the website of the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. Also, they have a phone number there at 314-337-3683. And Michelle Langston at the Urban League will take care of the churches that want to get started with Grill to Glory. Hey, we're going to keep moving on, and we get to talk with some young entrepreneurs, business, they're workers. They are getting it done in construction, and they're building a future. In fact, you might even say they're building equity. The organization is, and that's who we have now, DreamBuilders for Equity. And we are so happy to have joining us now. This gentleman takes care of all the construction there, and that's Mr. Colin Nelson, who's got a great crew he's brought with him. Colin, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here.
Man.
Definitely, thanks for having us.
Well, we are so glad to have you, and you have a terrific team with you doing some outstanding things. We have Miss India Parson. India, how are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
Great, fine, thank you. Thank you so much, and thanks for being with us on the show here. Andrew Walker is right next to you. Andrew, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, Andrew's in the house. And last but certainly not least, we have Gerald Brown Jr. What's going on, Gerald?
Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
Great, great. Well, listen, Colin, we're going to let everybody know, tell them about your organization, because you are taking our future, our young adults, our future, and you're teaching and training. And we should also want to thank your president and CEO, Michael Woods, who came up with this whole concept and everything. But they are doing, just tell everybody about DreamBuilders for Equity and what you are doing.
Yes, DreamBuilders for Equity is definitely a amazing organization that I'm definitely proud to be a part of. Mike brought me on a little over 2 years ago now. I started off at DreamBuilders doing the Summer Academy. So every year, DreamBuilders for Equity hosts a Summer Academy for students ages 14 to 24. It's 6 weeks during the summer. We work on construction sites. We have a book publishing. We teach them financial literacy, entrepreneurship. The people they're exposed to, the amount of skills that we can cram into that summer program is just amazing. Right now, we are focused in Hyde Park. We have a few rehabs going in Hyde Park, and we use students to perform the rehabs. We give the students equity in the projects after the rehabs are done. And we have a book signing every year where the students have 100% ownership in the book signing. And they get equity from the rehabs, book signing, all that in the form of scholarships. We have a few students in barber school now. We just try to support them in any way we can and help with their transition into life in the workforce and try to make sure that they have a solid foundation of community ownership and just have their eyes open to see what's going on and find their place in what's going on in their lives. So
it is just outstanding what you're doing. And you said a key, you're giving them all equity. They're rehabbing, they're learning construction, but they have ownership in this. India, got to ask you, is this something have you always had an interest in construction and this professional work?
Yes. Also, I really wanted to come into DreamBuilders
Mm-hmm.
because I've really been hands on like my whole life, and they really like bring that part out.
Wow. And had you ever began to try to construct? I mean, you're rebuilding properties. This is, I mean, wow. This is what's it been like for you this with the training and then just going to work like this?
It's been amazing actually. It's been real amazing.
Man, learned so much. Andrew, the same. Tell me about it. Like India, how did you get started? How did you find out about the program? And tell us about what you've been doing on these work sites.
Well, it really started when in my middle years of high school. So I think I was just finishing my freshman year of school, and they was telling me about it. So I got into DreamBuilders, but I didn't have no idea what I was joining. I just know that I had the ambition to work,
Mm-hmm.
and then they took that and ran with it. So I've been with DreamBuilders for 3 years now, and it's been life changing. So
Tremendous. Gerald Burton Jr. Gerald, you're working on the construction here as well. How long for you, and how did you get your start in this great construction profession?
Yes, sir. Well, I actually started in the summer of 2019, and I didn't really want to do construction. So I grew up, playing football and stuff like that. I was pretty cold back in my heyday or whatever.
What position did you play?
I was a DB.
DB. Oh, okay.
Mr. Colin Nelson always called me 18th best in the state
18th
because
in the state,
I was
baby.
the 18th best ranked DB in the state. My
Okay.
senior year. But with DreamBuilders, it's every day I wake up proud because just knowing how they open my eyes up to just so many different aspects of success. From the construction side of it, the entrepreneurship side, to my even dream now. I'm a journalist, so that's what I'm going to school for.
Wow, awesome.
Actually
You're
receiving
behind here
yes
doing
sir,
this
yes
stuff,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah, so actually receiving equity and being able to write these books and actually publish, my journey through DreamBuilders and my journey through actually getting to impact my community hands-on is something truly special. That's why, every day for like the last month, when I be wearing my like dirty work clothes to school and stuff like that, I'll be letting people know I'm a DreamBuilder.
Yeah.
Or, I'm flying my books around or doing what I can to, represent for DreamBuilders, represent for St. Louis, and to let everybody know that I'm proud to be in this organization, to be led by Colin, to be led by Mike Woods, to be led by Neil Richardson. A bunch of men who have invested a lot of time in our futures and our success and making sure that in any avenue we want to succeed in, we can do it. So,
Yeah, you gotta let them know that's what hard work look
it's
like.
hard work look like for real, for real.
Yeah, in India, you talked about give me an example. So, I mean, I can only imagine. I don't know anything about construction, but I know you all work hard. Just talk about what you do on the side. Like, you all just finish work to get here.
And they just help with like we don't just learn like construction. Like they really help you with any part of your life that you need assistance with. So like they just shine light on you.
Talk about what y'all did, what we did today. Excuse me, on site today.
Today.
well, today was featured with a clean out in one of the Hyde Park neighborhoods. One of the rebuilds that we have, we clean out every now and then for other carpenters and stuff like that. Other teams that come in and that have a foreplay with the projects that we have. So basically, that's what today was about, just cleaning up, making sure everything was straight.
Yeah.
So that we can go in harder than we did the last time before. So
Got to ask you too, Gerald, and I ask all three of you. What was it? Can you talk about how you felt? Was it kind of nervous if you hadn't done this before? You go into a house and you're gonna basically clean it out and begin the process. Talk about what that was like.
They kind of make you really comfortable.
Uh-huh.
They make you real comfortable. And they're real welcoming.
it's a lot of splinters.
A lot of splinters?
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of splinters.
A lot of dust.
Wow.
A lot of
You'll
sneezing.
Get used to it.
You get used to it.
Yeah,
And
a lot of sneezing.
as far as I can speak to it, it's never really any nerves that come with the job. If anything, I feel like the glory of it, that's been a big word today, the glory of it, or being able to really just sit back and think about the fact that we're impacting our communities and having this hands-on effect, kind of makes everything much more sweeter. Like, I just finished up school, so I'm about to be a junior next year. Go Webster University.
Webster,
But,
okay. Is it Gorlock?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that right?
Gorlock. Yes,
See,
sir.
I
Proud
knew that.
Gorlock. But coming back today, working with my family again, it was just really surreal, seeing how much progress had come, out of our Mallinckrodt project. But knowing like, okay, man, I put this 2x4 in, or I cut this, or I moved this, or I swept this. It's really cool, and it's kind of bittersweet because I know eventually, we're going to, wrap up and it's going to be done. But just being able to sit back and, really just think about how much hard work we put into it makes it so much sweeter. And I look forward to the future projects that we can do.
Yeah, I have to ask you, how does it feel too when you drive by and you all see like a structure or a finished building, what have you, that you all put together? You did this, you created this.
If like the feeling, it's like a feeling that you really can't describe. Like the feeling is everywhere. Like knowing that you had a play in this, like knowing that you had a part in this, like your hands touched that. Like that's a finished project that your hands touched, and not this project isn't destroyed. Like it isn't messed up. Isn't unfinished. Like most on our sites, like we like sweated blood, tears, and everything. Like just left it all there. So that's how it feels when we finish a project. Like we just keep going after that.
Just keep going. My goodness. Colin, tell us about it too. That process we're talking about. They obviously have to go. There's some class and they have to be trained before they can go in and do what they're doing now. How does that work, and how long does that period take?
It's so we do projects all year round. We have an apprentice group, and it's their first time in the program. Throughout their summer, we work on a construction site for sure 1 day a week, and we kind of start slow and teach them some of the basics, like how to walk on a construction site and not get hurt, like safety for sure, uniform, just all of the basics. And from watching contractors on site, and I think watching contractors that look like us too, it's easy to sort of catch on in that way. And it's heavily supervised, so I'm always there, and I pull students for particular projects, and it gets to the point to where I know exactly what almost every student could do. So it's just close supervision, grouping them with the right mentors, and most of the students come wide-eyed, very interested anyway, holding on to every word we say. So it's it can get, all of them are very enthusiastic, so you can imagine that. But that's like beautiful too. So it's easy to manage.
And I have to ask you all, the team here, of course, with Gerald and India, Andrew, you all are like, you're in school. How do y'all balance the time between school and working? How do y'all manage to balance that time out like that?
Well, I just graduated high school this year, so
Okay.
I'm kind of free after that before I start trade school in Rankin. So
Wow, that is great.
I also graduated early. And
Okay.
that's how I had got the information on DreamBuilders.
That'd be pretty exciting to be in high school and then you graduating early, knowing that you go into a job, to work.
They had it lined up for me.
Well, tell us, Colin, about the entrepreneurship, because the equity, they're getting a chance to get ownership in these properties, right?
In the form of scholarship dollars, yes. So to fund their next adventure once they graduate from DreamBuilders. So it's in the form of scholarships to school, scholarships to trade school, in transportation, in the form of like paying for a down payment, paying for a portion of their car so they could get to where they need to be in their next area of life. In the form of beauty school, barber school so far, and just the monies from the rehabs and books go back to them in ways that would benefit their lives in this way. So it's all personal and it's all unique, and it's just when you see a student first come in the program and you see them kind of transition through to maybe Gerald's age or even Andrew's age, like at this point, from how long I've known these gentlemen, you can kind of see them transform. And DreamBuilders always has
it's like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a staple in that transformation. Like Andrew here is going to ranking through DreamBuilders, and I'm sure Gerald's a superstar. So so yeah, the dollars do go. They go directly back to the students in various forms.
I just kind of wondered too, what would y'all say? Because I know y'all have friends, they might be listening to us, or they might hear us later on the podcast. But what would you recommend about why they should be part of Dream Builders for Equity? What would you say to them, India? What would you say? Mm-hmm.
I would tell them it's the best opportunity you ever take. Something that you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell them they need to be like me.
Be like Andrew. That's it.
I would tell them that being a dream builder is, like I said, it's about more than just entrepreneurship. It's about more than just, contract and construction. It's about investing in, yourself, investing in your communities, and investing in the way of life that you want to create for yourself and others. It's because of dream builders that I have, a family now. You feel me? I've always had family. Sorry, mine make it seem like you went there, but anyway. No, it's because of dream builders that I have a family that is driven every day to making sure that Gerald's okay. How's Gerald doing at Webster? We got an opportunity for Gerald to come help lead the mentor group. We got an opportunity for Gerald to do some journalism work and actually help put together the books this year. So Dream Builders is an everlasting opportunity for, like I said, you to invest in yourself, and the people around you, and to kind of really see, yourself create this garden, that you want to grow, because, St. Louis has a lot of bright spots. We put a lot of our bright spots together, and all of us, our young students, coming together, do some really great things. And I say, if you believe you're a superstar, come be a Dream Builder too.
Awesome. That is tremendous. Gerald, you talked about the books. I know you've published books. You've produced music. Tell us about that side of it, right? The book publishing, and then tell me about what y'all have done with music as well.
So far since I was in Dream Builders, our first year, so we publish a book every single year, but we got to have a little creative twist to it. So first year we did a book signing and poetry slam. The second year, we did a book signing, and then we actually produced and wrote a play for MoBAP, Missouri Baptist. Then we actually wrote our third book. Then we had we created an album to it. And right now, it's some talks about a fashion show going with the next book. So we got some superstars. We got some models in here. So
I can see you
about to show off some creative things. But I think it's really dope because like Mike and Miss Lucy and Colin and Neil, they've always kind of done what they can to make sure that we students can show off our creative side. Because they want us to be funneled into the things that we want to do. It's not just about construction, not about contracting. Whatever you want to do, they can facilitate it. We got so many people doing so many great things, but it's just a way that we can come together and just be creative as a whole and just see what the students are made of. And we always create bangers every single year, so it's gonna be dope.
I'm just so impressed. So you all were able to write this book and even do this album in the summer. You all were able to get all this accomplished?
Yes, sir. And album was done in a day, actually. Like straight bars. Like I'm telling you, fire.
Are y'all on some of the tracks singing, rapping? Are y'all on that?
Yeah, man, my track number one, man.
Andrew's on number one. Okay.
Charts.
Okay. Are you flowing? Are you singing, Andrew? What's going on? I wish I had here to play.
I'm flowing on there, man.
You flow? Okay.
I'm
Okay.
flowing.
India, you showing off your skills on there too?
Not yet, but I do hope to.
You hope to. Okay. Okay. Wow, Colin. They can. Look at that. They can go build a house, and they can come back, go in the studio, or write a book. Huh? How about that?
They can do it all. They can do it all.
Spit a hot 16 about it.
Yeah, I have to say, when joining Dream Builders, like everybody finds a part of their self. Like as I say, like everybody is like you can come in Dream Builders and you haven't found yourself yet, or you haven't found what you wanted to do yet. Like Gerald, he's a poetry writer. Me, I'm a YouTuber. I didn't have that before going into Dream Builders. We have one girl named Maya. She's a her tech. She do her and stuff like that. She wasn't doing that before joining the Dream Builders. Like Dream Builders inspires us to find something that we wanted to do, find the passion. Like after my first poetry slam, which is like our third year, or like this, I want to say that was our first poetry slam.
Yeah.
I wanted to say I can write poetry now. Like I never wrote poetry until I joined DreamBuilders. Now I can write a whole poem in like under 15 minutes.
That is terrific. Yeah, I tell you, I'm the future, ladies and gentlemen. Our future looks really, really good with these young creators, entrepreneurs, builders, construction work, and everything else. They're multi-talented. So, Colin, if someone's listening out there and they're watching and they want to know about how they can become part of DreamBuilders, what should they do? What would you recommend they do?
They should head over to our website, DreamBuilders4Equity.org. That's DreamBuilders, the number 4 equity.org. And you could enter your information on a bar online, and we'll get back to you about how to enroll in the Summer Academy and other DreamBuilders events that we do.
Well, I just say thank you all so much, Gerald and Andrew, India. Continued success to y'all. Y'all have just a fascinating, fabulous story. And again, congratulations and shout outs to Michael Woods, the president, CEO, and the rest of the leaders there at DreamBuilders for Equity. Colin, yourself included, y'all are doing a tremendous job in the community. And thank you so much for coming on the Community Corner, y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Look out for them, y'all. They setting it. They are making it happen. All right, look out for them. DreamBuilders for Equity. Go to their social media and check them out. All right. This is the Community Corner with KevyKev. Stand by. More of the show on the way. All right, y'all. Thanks so much, y'all. Y'all,
Yes,
man,
sir.
y'all are peace. Y'all did. Y'all slammed that one, man.
Thank you. That was dope. That felt good.
Yeah, that was dope. There, I admit
I want
that.
to run it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Do another one.
We gotta
Well,
have a
I
take
would-
two, man.
No. That was all right. Brother James was glad to step out and let y'all break shop. So that's good. And what I'll do, Colin, I'll send you the links and everything so you can send it out to the team here, and y'all can check it out, man, for sure.
So was that live? That was live?
We did it live on our Facebook. We was trying to. Did we get it on their Facebook? And did we get time? Were we able to tag it?
Yeah, it's tagged on their page.
Okay. Yeah, we
So
tagged
that's
that.
a live Facebook stream.
Yeah, Facebook
So
and
y'all can
YouTube.
see comments and stuff like that.
Well, hopefully y'all gonna help us get more comments. We need. We need y'all on to help us out. That's what we need. Yeah, and then like on Wednesday night, we also have another stream that we rebroadcasted. When I send y'all that link too on the radio, so maybe so you could, if anybody that didn't catch it, they can check that out too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
Thank
That was super dope. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. What you say? Oh, get your okay. Yeah, we'll get them. We get Facebook crew still there, so yeah. Hey there, we good? Okay, we're on time.
No, we overtime. We
Oh, we
overtime.
overtime. I didn't go overtime that time though, did I?
We was already overtime from the first segment.
Yeah, but we was right at 20, right?
20 was too much though. And you went over 20.
No, because
No. We checked the files, but
check the
still
file.
overtime.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Last second.
Okay.
Can we take a picture with you?
Oh man, I love to, man. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it may give me one too. Get one too. Like it out here, don't get me. Messing up here. Okay. Yeah, let me get one.
Hey,
with
next
y'all.
song you play, make it a young boy song.
Okay, definitely. Listen, can I go to the site and buy the download of the album or whatever? Because I want to hear your track number 1, right? It's number 1, right?
Hey, that's what.
I want to hear
It's what
it.
they wouldn't say, but it's what I would say.
Yeah, that's what I want to. Oh man, that's good, man. I'm glad to be here with y'all, man. Yes, sir. We can do this for life. We do this for equity for life. Yeah. All right, thanks. You want to get one with your camera too? Want to get one? Oh, they got all the high tech stuff. I know they got they got the good stuff. All right, cool. Thank y'all. So I can just drive through Hyde Park and see some of y'all's work, can't I?
Yep, definitely.
Oh no, that's me. You good? That's me. Man, thanks so much, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Hey, thank you so much. All right. Dap y'all all up. Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Okay.
Also, did want to shout out. We got our House of Vision store.
Yeah, I
so if you
meant
wanna
to
come
say it
get
on
some
the
DreamBuilders
on the
merch.
air.
House of Fish.
forgot.
Okay, is that
Yeah,
on
I
the,
forgot.
clothing.
okay, what's that on the Instagram or something we can get to?
It's on the Instagram. Yeah. You
Okay.
Can see
Yeah,
it, yeah.
House of Fish.
House of Fish. All right,
Yes,
we
sir.
gotta support that.
Yeah, so we got
It's in Old North. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right by Crown Candy. Yes, sir.
I know exactly where that is.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks,
Take it easy.
Colin.
Thank
I'll be
you.
in touch, Colin.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Thank
and
you.
thank
Yeah.
Mike for me too.
Yeah, I will.
Please. All right, thank you. All right. Get Joe on the phone here, and all right.
So that's the mic.
That's the mic.
Gotta
Yeah.
engage the
Got to engage the audience, y'all. We engaging y'all, so y'all know. All right. We got a little downtime, but this is real stuff. So okay, it wants me to engage y'all, so I'm gonna do that. Tell you what I'm about to do, y'all. I'm about to call our good Mizzou Hall of Famer here. Let me just do this. Did we need something? Yeah, if I left you back. Right. Okay. All right, Andrew.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. I think I can dial. 9. Okay. Let me make sure. Let me see if I can do this here, Ed. I got to do this quick. Because I'm trying to engage. See, this is live radio. This is real stuff, y'all. Somebody probably talking about me. I know who's talking about me right about now. We won't say his name. I know he's looking at me like, this brother here. I gotta work on my texting skills. I'm too slow here. Okay, here we go. I should have known this. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think I got it. Now I just hit dial. And now I gotta make sure I got this on so you can hear me. Let's see if this. I got my headphones on. I hear it too now. Let me see. Let's see. It's ringing. I'm dialing. I'm not getting the answer at the moment. Oh my gosh.
Please leave your message for
no, I got a voice.
31422999066.
I ain't gonna be there. I just hit the go to drop right here. Right there. Hit that. Drop that. Can I try it again? Okay. Hit the old A button. Ed's laughing at me here. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Now I'm in the B. It ain't supposed to be B though, right? I heard it ringing. I'm watching y'all. I'm engaged. I'm watching BJ. Oh, wow, how'd you get back there? I just hit drop. Did you get back there? Okay, so but now it's a B. It's not supposed to be an A?
You can click on the A.
Okay, click on the A. Okay. Now dial it from there.
Kevy's got us all messed up.
Now I got it messed up. I was used to my A when that B threw me off.
Hey,
That B.
ladies and gentlemen, Kevy is one person that will not admit when he's wrong.
I will. I admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong often.
You know what I mean? Only time
Oh,
he's
there go the
wrong-
A.
Only time he's wrong when he's around his wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
Other than that, he's gonna prove his
man,
point.
I was. See, good thing for the audience, they didn't hear this discussion we had before we got started with James. That was getting good. I wanted to hear you and him go at some more things. That was some good stuff.
There you go, man.
Okay, thanks. Let's see if we could try this now.
Well, you know, James and I from the JVL.
Right. So I know. So y'all naturally go at it. See.
We both from Herbert Hoover.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we naturally do it.
Y'all that see, it's a natural thing for y'all. See, that's oh man, let me see if I okay, let me try this now. Okay.
Ed, how you doing? I'm great.
Oh man, nice. I shouldn't be hearing that sound. I was listening for a dial tone. I was trying to dial this number here. This is the number here I was trying to dial. I dialed 9 first, right? Or did I dial 1 first? Okay. Yeah, we working on it here, y'all.
Always technical difficulties with KevyKev.
Yeah. Always technical difficulties here with and everything was going good too. BC, we on a schedule here. You know, we on a well, nah, I'm a minute over. And you see that number right in red down there? You see that? So I'm gonna watch you. Okay. Oh, that's probably what I did. Oh my gosh. Maybe I didn't put the. You know what? I don't think I put the area code in. That's what happened, wasn't it? That's what it was. Oh man. Okay. Moving too fast. My hand got ahead of my brain. It's not hard for me to do that. I'll tell you. That's probably what happened. Let's see here.
Hello.
Hey Joe, how you doing?
Okay.
Good. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Hey, fantastic. Good. I did something crazy. It was my fault. Sorry about being late. Thanks, BJ. Okay, hold on 1 second, Joe.
All right.
Okay, I think we're ready to go now. Yeah, I'm ready. We ready to do this. Let me go up here, and I'll go okay. Okay. All right. Ready to go ahead? We still live on our stream. Oh, we're live. Well, we live here. Here we go. Okay. It's the Community Corner with KevyKev, and again, big thanks again to our friends at DreamBuilders for Life. It was great to talk to the young entrepreneurs and construction workers and creative writers and artists and producers and everything. It was great to talk to them. So again, thanks them and continued success to them and all the outstanding work that we are doing. You know, last week we lost one of the legends in professional football and activism and a fighter for civil rights. And of course, I'm talking about Jim Brown, who passed away at the age of 87. Jim Brown, of course, the NFL Hall of Famer and activist and movie actor and just a talented person, passed away at 87 last week. And so we wanted to talk to our great friend, Mizzou Football Hall of Famer Joe Moore, of course, who helped lead Mizzou to the 1970 Orange Bowl and who has always been a fan, even going back to when he was a young man, a high school student himself at Beaumont High School, was always a fan of Jim Brown. And so Joe joins us now. Joe, how you doing? And thanks for being on the Community Corner. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it is truly a pleasure to always get a chance to talk to you, Joe. And, you know, we wanted to talk to you about the passing of Jim Brown, who I know from covering you over the years that he was always someone that you had great respect and admiration for.
Always. And back to 10 years of age. In 1959, I was 10 years old, and he was doing ridiculous things out there on the football field. And so to see somebody that dominant made you want to play running back. Almost everybody I knew wanted to play running back because of Jim Brown.
Absolutely, Joe. And when you talked about Jim, it was just understood. You know, you can talk about who was the greatest of all time. Of course, we get the term the GOAT now, and of course we use that now. We talk about Tom Brady and quarterbacks, but of course when you talk about Tom Brady, you're gonna hear names like, you know, you might hear John Unitas and Joe Montana and
that's right.
Those names will come up, Dan Marino. But when you talk about Jim Brown, and we sort of had other great running backs from Walter Payton and Barry Sanders, but it's just kind of understood that when you talk about the greatest, and even say football player, Jim Brown is right there.
He's got to be number one, and for a lot of reasons. First of all, he only played 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people who surpassed his records played 13, 14, 15, 16 years. Jim Brown had 12,000 yards in 9 years. And he had 126 touchdowns in 9 years. Never missed a game in 9 years. And carrying the ball 26 times a game and not getting hurt and not being stopped. You'll hardly ever see somebody knocking him for a loss. I don't think you got a film of showing him being tackled for a loss. It's almost ridiculous the kind of success that he had. And even when he was walking around, it looked like it was something like the wind was pushing against him, like he was always in competition for something. I'm serious. It's strange the way he walked. It looked like he was walking in cement or something. It's like everything that he was doing was difficult. Like he was in competition with everything, even himself. And so when you saw that, and then this giant of a man, 6'2", 235 pounds, started running with the ball, he made most people miss. And that was really something when you knew he could have ran over a lot more people. He ran around them, made them miss him, and he only ran full speed once nobody was out in front of him. When he knew everybody was behind him, that's when he ran full speed. The rest of the time, he was running under control and still averaging 5 yards a carry. So I can't see how anybody could ever say that was a better player than him.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Ed was just showing me something. And I even saw something recently that CBS Sports put out, and they actually had Jim they took the top 50. And of course, we know how polls are, Joe, but the top 50 football players all time, and they actually did have Tom Brady at number 1. They had Jerry Rice at number 2 and Jim Brown at number 3. And I couldn't see that. And of course, that's just the way it goes. But it's just revered. Something you said though when you were talking about Jim Brown, Joe, you said playing 9 years and never missing a football game.
Never missed a game. And to be taking that kind of punishment that he was taking, everybody knew he was going to carry the ball. And if you think about it, he carried the ball 26 times a game. And Mr. Green, the halfback, carried maybe 8 or 9 times. Then Bobby Mitchell, 8 or 9 times. So you knew he was going to get the ball. And you still couldn't stop him from averaging 104 yards a game for 9 entire years. Nobody's done that. Nobody has done that.
And average 5.2 yards per carry.
And 5.2 yards per carry. I mean, every 2 times he carried the ball, he got a first down.
First down.
I mean, your team has the ball most of the time. And that's why I don't think they ever had a losing season. They won championship one year, and they lost to Green Bay when they were losing the championship. So you're losing to a team with 12 Hall of Famers on it, but you're playing on a team with 5 Hall of Famers on it. So, and he's inspiring his own players, inspiring people like myself and yourself. I can't see how anybody would even compare him. The dominance that he demanded and created was astounding. When you watch the film, it's kind of hard to believe that he was actually doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible. And let me ask you this too, Joe, because I know you were a fan and you actually had a chance to meet him when you were in high school. What was your reaction when you got the word that he had actually retired?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it looked like he was having so much fun, and the team was winning. So, you don't think that you walk away from something like that. You're the best at it. He was making one of the best. $50,000 at the time he was playing was extraordinary. But when you think about it, he said that he made $250,000 in that first movie that he made. So that's 5 years of football salary without getting hit. You pretending to get hit in a movie. So at 31 years of age, I just love the idea that he had something else to do and could make just as much money and have just as much impact on younger people that he had in football.
Let's talk about Jim Brown, the activist, Joe. He took a stance going back to Muhammad Ali when Muhammad Ali was stripped of his title for not going to the Vietnam War. He and, of course, those other athletes, that famous picture we've seen going back to 1967. Why was it so important that for Jim Brown to be that type of leader, to step out and speak out, especially this was the 1960s, right in the heart of the civil rights movement, Joe?
That's correct. And what made it so important was how was those 15 men conscious of what Muhammad Ali did? People didn't really give black males credit for being aware of things like that. See, there was a lot of preachers who were conscientious objectors and did not have to go. They were medics. They stayed home and did things in hospitals or schools. So why do you have to force Muhammad Ali to go to a war when 2 years before that he was considered flat-footed, incapable of being a decent soldier, just physically, because of the way his body was made. And then 2 years later, when he's beating everybody who's anybody, all of a sudden now he qualifies to be a soldier when he's become a minister. It was like you're trying to take away his conscious effort, what he's doing to other people's minds. And those men at that time, for all of them to be aware of that, especially Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because they were number one in their sport. Other people number one in track and things like that. So for those people to go to Muhammad Ali and say, we support him because he's a minister, they accepted that he was a minister and he really meant that. And so he couldn't take a human life in his own mind. So for them to make that stand and for Muhammad Ali to make that stand and draw that kind of respect and honor and support from those other men was mind-boggling. That changed America.
Can you make any comparison, Joe, when you look at that stand that was taken then and you go back to what you saw athletes now, and I'm talking about LeBron James and so many others after the death of George Floyd, and you saw athletes really use that, you, of course, former professional athlete yourself as well, to take that stance, to feel the need to take that stance like that.
And did feel the need to do it. Colin Kaepernick also comes to mind.
Yes, sir.
So to see the way George Floyd was murdered, it hurt so bad to look at that and look at that policeman, the one that had his foot on his neck, to see that he was almost like he was enjoying that. So to go back to a Muhammad Ali saying, I won't go and try to kill people who not doing anything to me. For that to come out of that black man's mouth, we had not, there's probably people were saying that, but somebody in Muhammad Ali's position, and to move those other 15 stars, all of them at the height of their careers, for them to say, okay, we know what we're risking, but he's right. And we want to be on the side of right, not just, we're already famous, we're already making decent money, but this man is doing something that the rest of us are not in position to do. And, boxing, heavyweight champion of boxing is the greatest athlete in the world as far as publicity is concerned. That's a one-on-one thing, you against another man, and you beat up everybody that shows up.
That's it.
And laughing and joking about it, like making other people like, I'm going to make Kevin Pooley $1 million when I get my $1 million.
Yeah.
I make 27 other men millionaires, and laughing and joking about it and telling them, though, I don't really mean this. I'm doing this to sell tickets.
Well, Joe,
and he sold out everything.
Yeah, I know we just run out of time. I know it was a short segment, and we could just go on. In fact, we'll have to come back and talk more about Jim
Well, let's
Brown.
do that. Let's do that. But I mean,
but I want to
just
thank you so much for taking the time out. And we know you're getting excited because Mizzou football is right around the corner, and your son, Joe Moore III, is going to be there, and we're getting excited about that. Yes, sir.
That's right.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you so much, and I will be in touch. Call you because we're going to come back and talk more about that and, of course, the upcoming football season, too.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That is Joe Moore, the Mizzou football legend and Hall of Famer, talking about the passing of Jim Brown. So we're going to wrap things up here for the Community Corner with KevyKev. Want to say thanks again to James Clark, to Builders for Equity, and Joe Moore, the Hall of Famer, and, of course, our producer, Ed Gratter. Thanks. Big shout-out to Eris Taylor, who graduated from Carnahan High School over the weekend. Got a chance to see her, and that was fantastic, all right? And also to all the great people at the Annie Malone Parade. Terrific job on number 113. That's it for us. We'll talk to you next time on the Community Corner with KevyKev. Hey, Joe, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Oh man,
Joe.
that was great. That
Man,
was great. You know, you always get me excited, so I enjoyed that.
I did too, and I'm sorry we had to cut. We were running out of time, and
Oh no, that was great though.
He's getting me here because we ran out of here. I get in trouble with them for the time and stuff. But
all right.
But Joe, thanks so much. Tell Joy
Oh, you're welcome.
I said hey, and I'll be in touch. We will do it again. Get to talk more about a lot of other topics too.
Sounds great.
Okay, and I'll send you the link so you'll be able to share it with the family.
All right, then. Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that's the great Joe Moore. How about that, Ed? All right, we're going to wrap things up here, Facebook fam. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We know we had a few little technical things here, and that was my fault, too. Let me say that. I have a fantastic crew here with me. So, again, thank you all for being with us. You know, without you, we don't have a show. So we thank you for being there. Hey, share us. Share that link. Pass it on, all right? And go ahead and subscribe. We like you to do that. Check us out, you know, on the Community Corner, on our YouTube channel. Also, Andy Malone, yeah. And I did shout him out. I did shout out Andy. I said 113. You didn't hear me? You were focusing on the show too much. That's right. See, he does a good job, so he didn't hear me. I did shout out. But let me do it again. Another shout out to Andy Malone, 113 years. And I believe that is the second oldest African-American parade event in the country, Andy Malone. And they do some tremendous work, of course, in the community with families and children. And again, shout out to them on a very successful parade. And it was great. Ed and myself, and of course, BJ and the iHeart family was down there. And it was just great to see the community out, wasn't it, Ed? That was good stuff. It was good just to be, man, it was good. Weather was beautiful. And so we enjoyed it, man. It was great. We'll have a recap on the Community Corner for you. That's coming up, all right? All right, so we're going to get out of it with the Facebook fam and YouTubers. We're going to catch you all next time. Again, thanks so much for being with us. Peace to everybody. Best wishes to you. Take care, and God bless.